Hey everybody, so we realize that some part of sword fighting training is sometimes using a sword. And I know some of you have your own swords, but may not have the space to swing them around inside. A lot of you don't have swords, and when you don't have a loaner sword, what do you use to simulate your sword for your training at home? So we've got a few ideas for you today for sword simulators, things that you can use to take the place of an actual longsword as you're doing your training at home. So Loreen, what's your first idea?
Alrighty, so we have a yardstick. Ruler works just as well, a 1 foot ruler. What I like about this one is you have an edge, you've got a flat. A lot of people have these hanging around their houses and they don't really know what to do with them, so congrats, you have something to do with your yardstick. So you can use it just like a regular sword. Be mindful of where your hands are, of your placement as you move. Try not to hit anyone or anything in your apartment or house or room. All right?
Okay, I've got a little bit more of a MacGyver kind of solution, which is PVC. If you have some PVC fittings, a cross, or even a T, and a little bit of PVC pipe, you can kind of put together your own sort of sword simulator. If you only have a T, nothing wrong with that. Just a few inches on either side, and a piece about somewhere between 9 and 12 inches to simulate the handle. Suddenly, you've got something that can allow you to work with the sword in your house, your apartment. You can, if you want to even get a little bit fancier, include something of a short blade, and suddenly you've got something that can align your point, that can keep your edge aligned as you go through those exercises. Like Loreen said, it allows me to see where's the cutting edge of my sword, where's it aligned as I'm working through all of my exercises, and not just work with a round piece of dowel or pipe that might allow me to sort of take a sloppy form and not be aware quite of what I'm doing.
And the nice thing about these shorter lengths, you can go into the bathroom and work in your bathroom mirror. Just don't get too close, right?
And I do recommend if you're gonna use this solution, use a little bit of glue or even just some tape to hold the pieces of pipe in place. You don't want your sword blade flying off in the middle of an exercise.
That would not be good.
No.
Last but not least, you can always air sword. We always recommend air swording. It is a fine way to do it. Just make sure as you do that you use this opportunity to practice where are my hands supposed to be on the sword, depending on where I am. So for example, in Vom Tag, all right, my thumb's gonna be up the inside of the sword, my hand's gonna be down on the pommel or just above it, depending on the width you want on your length or on your grip. You can make sure that you're getting that lever action as you do that nice Zornhau. When you come up to Ox, practice coming from Flug. Okay, where's my thumb in Flug? Okay, it should be on the inside of my sword, not way up here, right? So already I'm finding mistakes. So make sure that you use this as an opportunity to say, okay, where should my hands be on that sword, right? Take advantage of that.
Good.
Anything else that we want to add?
No, good. But as Loreen says, whether you're using a simulator or whether you're just using kind of open hands and air sword, be very mindful of where are the edges, the timing, the placement of your sword, the movement of your feet. Lead with the
sword.
Lead with the point of the sword as you're going through any exercise, and make sure that you're not building up bad habits, but that you're reinforcing those good habits that we find when we are training with a real sword. Okay?
And remember, slow down. It's really tempting to just kind of rush through a lot of these exercises, but all that's going to do is make you really sloppy. So make sure that you're taking this time to be really mindful of where your body is, where's your weight. Slow yourself down. Remember, it's like Devin said, it's like learning to play a song on the piano. You don't just start banging out those keys, right? You take it slow, you learn where your hands need to be, and then you speed up slowly. All right, if you have any questions, please feel free to throw them in the comments on the assignment. Let us know if you need anything. You can always call, text, email. You've got our information.
Good. Get in some good practice.
Have fun.